Fuck. Oh my God. StreamYard keeps kicking me out. Sorry, guys. I'm back. What is going on, Panther Nation Pantherologists? Welcome back to yet another edition of Pantherology. That's a wonderful sound after a long week. Oh, man, that is a wonderful sound. All right. Got some stuff to talk about today. I hope everybody has enjoyed preseason so far. We're going to go over some preseason stuff, kind of do a little recap, and then I got some stuff that I really want to talk about. Finally got a haircut. Thank God. I needed it bad. What is this song called? I got it from a friend Basically, it was passed down to me. Let's see. It's something called Sirens Coming, or I think, or something like that. I have no idea. I got it from a friend of a friend. We'll just say that. So it's just an instrumental. It's not like I don't even know if it's like a true like rap song or whatever. Like I don't even know if someone's like even rap to this song. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button, share the live. That's two things that I asked, and that's it. All right, let's get right into it. Let me get my slide deck here up. All right, let's talk about DJ Chark. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, perfect. So let's get right into it. First off, let me do something because this is getting out of control with this with the ding ding from whatever. And I added this to my computer a while back, and I'm hoping there's a way to turn this off or something. Maybe hide alerts or something. No, don't hide alerts. Whatever, we'll figure it out later. Anyways, all right. So DJ Chark, basically, there's been some buzz, some news going on around the Carolina Panthers today, just because they have a temporary break from training camp. Really, just some discussions that the news came out today was about. Really, just Bryce Young's learning curve, DJ Chark's ambition, Miles Sanders' contribution to the team, and stuff like Baker Mayfield is unwavering his self belief, right? And as you can see, yeah, it's Pantherology live, Carolina Panthers happy hour. So I had to add the bar to it. But anyways, let's get into DJ Chark. Now, the first couple of days of training camp, I felt like DJ Chark has really made some strides. The first couple of days here, I think Chark was noted for his exceptional, deep threat capabilities, which could fill the void. I think with the fact that DJ Moore's departure, I don't know if he's going to be able to play at DJ Moore's level. I would love that replacement if he can. So DJ replacing DJ, which is kind of ironic. But, Chark, I think, has caught a lot of our attention with some impressive plays off of some deep throws. And Chark has, he had a conversation with US Today Sports, and his intentions are good. Are obviously he's very ambitious. His intentions is to seize every opportunity here with an aggressive offensive style. It just remains to be seen if the potential is there, if he's going to be able to come back to his old ways. But that'll also be reflected throughout the season now that Moore, who took over a lot of targets over the past 5 years for the Panthers, are kind of up for grabs. Go look it up. DJ Moore had over 616 targets over the past 5 years for the Carolina Panthers. So that's a lot of targets to take back up and to replace, really. So, um, but yeah, I mean, so I'm hoping that what we're seeing in training camp is going to transpire into the regular season. We will just see. Obviously, preseason, maybe we'll see some plays during preseason as well. All right. Let's move on to the next topic here. Next topic, Mr. Baker Mayfield. Now, Mayfield has come out and recently expressed his determination to be successful in the NFL and with his current position with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how things transpired last year with us. He was obviously he didn't meet up to expectations here. And I don't expect, and I'll be honest, you can call me an a-hole or whatever you want, but I don't expect him to do the same thing at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There has been a lot of brief and talking about how he has just not looked well at training camp already. There has been talks already that Kyle Trask even looks better than him. I think it's the fact that when he was at Cleveland put a offense around him and they put weapons around him. And even when they built the offense around him and the play calling around him, he still couldn't get the job done. So when it comes down to things, no one's really going to transpire their offense around you when you can't even do it when someone has, if that makes sense. So, he just didn't live up to expectations here. He had a decent perform. Apparently he has had the past, I know the first day was not good, but the second day of training camp was better for him. But Mayfield refused to dwell on the past with us and emphasize his excitement about his upcoming challenge with the Buccaneers. I wouldn't expect him to come out and say anything. Honestly, I don't expect him to come out and say anything about us. I mean, we gave him a chance. He just didn't live up to the hype. I mean, that's simple as that. Like, it's same way. It's going to be the same place everywhere else. If you don't live up to the hype, there's nothing else that we can really do. Baker Mayfield did quote. This was the quote that he did say. I found this from Cat Crave. This was what he was talking about in let's see who's in here. 7 people are watching. Pound the like button, guys. Appreciate it all y'all. Carolina Panthers German podcast. Like the video. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for showing your support. It means a lot. Whoops. Let me share my screen. So this is what he had to say. I know that what I'm capable of. I hope, can y'all see it? Okay, perfect. You can't. Okay, good. He goes, I know what I'm capable of. Yeah, I got hurt in Cleveland. That's why my run ended there. And then last year it was what it was in Carolina, but everything happens for a reason. So now I'm here. To be the competition always brings the best out in anybody. You want to have somebody pushing you to be better. You want to have somebody who is going to challenge you and bring a different aspect to it. So he didn't really say much, obviously, which is all good. I'm glad to see that I do not like that view at all. I'm glad to see that, I mean, he didn't just like talk shit about us. So I just look forward to beating his ass this year. Now we have reinvented here, if you think about it, with Bryce Young as our franchise quarterback. And the Panthers also signed Miles Sanders in the wake of trading Christian McCaffrey and choosing not to renew Deontay Foreman's contract. And Sanders is coming off a Pro Bowl season, Super Bowl appearance as well with the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's kind of bringing new life into our running back room. I feel that. Am I showing Miles Sanders? No, I'm not. Let me get back to my next slide here. So Miles Sanders. Anyways, obviously that's what I was talking about. this week it seemed like the coaching staff, Deuce Staley, Frank Wright, the team is really showing some great confidence in Sanders. His former Penn State coach, Deuce Staley, believes that Sanders could be a formidable third down threat with the Panthers offensive scheme this year, which I'm looking forward to see how that pans out. Maybe we'll see some of that in preseason, hopefully, but obviously we'll definitely see it in the regular season. Staley said that he envisions really Sanders as not only a runner, but also a valuable asset in the passing game, which I think we all can agree that he is a valuable asset in the passing game, especially if he can get back to the numbers that he had his rookie year. So I'm looking forward to see what he can bring to the table on but with the running and passing game. If he has a year like he had last year, we're going to be sitting pretty. And I'm looking forward to see what Miles Sanders does. Hold on one second, guys. What is the background? It's a bar. It's a bar, man. Get it? Happy hour? Well, you are like 9, 10 years old, so never mind. You probably don't know. You don't know what happy hour is yet. You might one day. But that's why I put it as a bar. It's Carolina Panthers happy hour. Makes sense, right? Because people who go and attend happy hour as an adult, they go to a bar. But now you understand. All right, let's move on to the next topic here. Mr. Bryce Young. Now I think while Bryce Young's transition into the Panthers setup has been largely pretty dang smooth. He weathered a challenging practice session recently, right, with some slips, including a fumble handoff and an interception. Now, the fumble handoff could have been Miles Sanders' fault. I'm not really too sure on that. The interception was I think it was just a bad read, maybe. But however, I think that Frank Wright dismisses these issues, and it's a part of the growing process during training camp. And like I've said before, any rookie quarterback, doesn't matter how good you are, is going to have growing pains. Despite the offense struggles and Young's poor performance, I think Wright was confident these problems would be resolved ahead of Week 1 opener against the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, Wright highlighted the importance of using these eras as learning experiences and urged the team to really avoid letting that occasional misstep, really overtake their perspective here or the agenda or the, what needs to get done at the end of the day, right? Putting points on the board. So he's really not, they're not overreacting to the whole, mistakes thing. And they're just trying, saying, hey, you did this right, but you could have done this. And that's really it. So no big deal. But I want to continue on the Bryce Young topic here because he's going to face some obstacles, right? There's definitely going to be some obstacles. Sorry, had to send a text. He is going to be facing some obstacles. I think it's going to be some adversity that he's going to have to overcome following, like yesterday. I think it was just some signs that he's going to have some hurdles, and it's going to be crucial that he learns how to have some professional development when it comes to these hurdles, right? Now, think about it this way. Young has ever since Young started playing football, his path has been just marked down by victory after victory and achievement after achievement, largely due to his ability to command his position, his dedication to the game, which has guided him through high school sports to Alabama and then now eventually to here. I think for him though, he has shown some early training sessions with us, and we all have set high expectations for both his immediate and long-term potential. I think management really has faith in him. I think he's deemed worth their valuable resources. He adds additional weight to his young shoulders, right? He's prepared for the most critical period of his football career. I mean, it's very exciting. He's here for the long term, right? I think. I mean, the arrival of a new coaching staff with high set of standards, it's encouraging, but I think Young's success really hinges on his ability to adjust swiftly to the NFL environment, which means speed, awareness, reads, being able to read his progressions, all of that. That's what it means to. So, and if he makes a mistake, learn from that mistake and not do it again. Make better decisions. Be smart, and he's super smart. So I think that everything I've named off there, I'm not too worried about. But if you go back and look at some of the training camp videos and highlights, I mean, the pattern of the day 2 training camp really didn't follow as a promising path as the first day did. Okay. Now despite there were a few commendable performances that's with DJ Chark, Terrace Marshall, Jonathan Mingo. Overall, I thought the performance wasn't as compared to day 1 to day 2 was a little bit less than stellar. Day 1 was sharp. Day 2, a little bit less, but he's been sharp for the most part. I would say overall pretty damn sharp. I mean, he had a couple of mishaps, and I think that's going to happen, right? Including his first interception due to a communication error, which, like I said, I'm pretty sure it was a communication or a bad read. And then the fumble handoff with Miles Sanders. I don't know if that was still to that fumble handoff. I'm not sure if that was Miles Sanders' fault or what. But to Frank Wright, none of these issues were largely a concern. So they didn't overreact, like I said. So I think this incident, though unintended, could prove to be advantageous in the long term, right? I think it's going to provide crucial insights to Young's resilience, fortitude when faced with adversity, right? That's what we're talking about here, his adversity. And Young's adaptability, his team support, mental strength under intense pressure, I think will put to a real test when he eventually steps into the field with veterans who have no regard for his past reputation, right? Now, Young's maturity and sensible approach resemble that of an experienced veteran, supplemented by he just has an unraveled level of preparation for moments, right? I don't think a mediocre practice from him will signify his mentality and frame of mind, right? Like if he just has one bad practice or a training camp, right? Training camp exists for these reasons, so that to serve as a platform to identify and iron out those inconsistencies, right? So enhancing the team's chemistry before the season is crucial. So I feel that right now, training camp is what's going to really identify the problem, iron out those creases, and build that character up. So when adversity hits, he's ready to go, and then build that team chemistry to have people to back him up. Right. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the comments now. Marcos Cash. Let me get into here. Let me see here. I saw a clip. They put pressure on Bryce. He just curled up in a ball and gave up. Better go ahead and get the jitters out. Yeah, you have to test him now. Like training camp, this is where, like I said, this is where you iron out the creases, and then you figure out what you could have done differently. But for him to fold up like that is not a good sign. He definitely does not need to be doing that. Can't do that. Where'd you find that clip? Aaron Duncan on necessary bluntness. Great show by him, by the way. I support his channel as well. He was at training camp. Yeah. When you know you're him and you don't get rattled, you learn and get better quickly. Bryce Lee, definitely him. Yeah. I'd like to see that clip though. I need to go watch that. To see how he curled up like that. If he really did, that's not a good sign. But like I said, iron out the creases, learn how to deal with adversity, move on from your mistakes, and try to not make those mistakes again. So build off just build off your mistakes, right? That's the whole key here. Building off your own mistakes. All right. But I mean, listen, man. The Heisman Trophy winner, didn't come this far by shying away from challenges. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me if turn of events and when we're down in two regards this season, like if we're down in the game and a flawless comeback from a bad hurdle, I think I could see something like that happening. I heard some stories that Ritter is having a rough camp so far in Atlanta. I'm not surprised. I don't understand why anybody thought that Desmond Ritter was going to be a great quarterback in the NFL. I don't know how anybody ever thought Desmond Ritter was going to be a good quarterback in the NFL. Sorry, my TV was really loud. Bryce will be fine. Trust me, we got a franchise guy. Yeah, I mean, ICP, I don't disagree with you. I truly believe this guy is going to be phenomenal, man. I really do. I think he's going to be phenomenal. I really do. I think we found our guy for at least, like I said, just being able to deal with adversity, learn from your mistakes, become better at decision making, and just don't turn the ball over and be smart with the football. Take care of the football. That's it. He's got everything around him that he needs. He's got a top 10 offense. Last year we finished top 10 in the offensive line. Our defense now is definitely playoff ready, in my opinion. So, he's got the tools and the coaching staff around him to be good, and if not great. I heard that Heels rule, and also heard Derek Carr is looking sloppy as well. They're probably all looking sloppy because you can't tell me that Arthur and Allen are great head coaches. Go look at here. Let's pull it up. Let's pull it up real quick. New Orleans. What's his name? Oh yeah, here it is. So let's look at New Orleans Saints head coach, right? Dennis Allen. Okay. Let's look at his record as a head coach. As a head coach, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at him as a head coach. Let's go look at his record. Oh my God. Look at this. This is why I don't understand how people can think. And we're also going to look at, hold on. We're also going to look at these guys. We're going to look at Arthur Smith as a head coach record. Okay. And then we're going to look at Todd Bowles, Mr. Mime, because he's better off being a mime because he has no interaction. So let's go look at their career coaching. Okay. So if we go look at these teams, it's great for us. The division's really up for grabs. It is. It's been up for grabs. I've been saying that since last year. So Ritter couldn't beat Alabama 2021. Yeah, he's not going to beat Bryce. He's not. Never will. All right, let's look at Dennis Allen's career record. As a head coach, what's highlighted down there, everyone? Ladies and gentlemen, he is 15 for 38 as a head coach. This is Dennis Allen's record. 15 for 38. You can't tell me this guy is going to help the Saints out. It makes no sense. You can't tell me that. And these Dennis Allen, yeah, there we go. You can't tell me that this. You just can't. Like, I don't understand like how the mass media like ESPN and Fox Sports and these other guys think that with Dennis Allen as your head coach, who is 15 and 38 over his career, is going to win a division title. Makes no sense. Okay, now let's go to Arthur Smith. Good old Arth. Good old Arth. All right. Arthur Smith in this picture looks like he would be a Sith Lord. Like in Star Wars. Looks like he'd be a Sith Lord in Star Wars. All right. Look at this. 14 and 20 as a head coach. Head coach record. He is 14 and 20. Yeah, we're going to win a division with that guy. We're going to win the division with that guy. He's 14 and 20, man. Dennis Allen, he's 15 and 28 or 38, but this is his year. Arthur Smith, 14 and 20, but this is his year. Now let's go look at Todd Bowles. Okay? Todd Bowles, regular season head coaching record. 30 and 50. Okay? Postseason, he's 0 and 1, but 34 and 50 as a head coach. I don't understand how anybody can think that any of one of these three teams are beating us. But then let's go look at Frank Wright's head coaching as a head coach. Head coaching record. Frank Wright's head coaching record. Now, I can't say that he's much better. Well, he's a lot better than they are. I can't say it's much better, but it's better. He actually has a winning record. So if you look here, during his career, he as a head coach for the 6 seasons. First with the Indianapolis Colts, he led the Colts for 5 seasons, compiling a record of 41 and 40 and a tie. Okay. But then after that, he was fired after going 3-5-1. Okay. But better head coaching record than all of them. A better head coaching record than them. Yeah. All their coaching records are doo-doo. Now, I mean, listen. The only team in this division I will say that off the talent wise, like I feel like Tampa Bay still has I feel like talent wise, Tampa Bay still has some studs, right? Like if we go look at Tampa Bay's roster, okay, Tampa Bay roster still has studs. Okay, they've got guys that can be Pro Bowlers on that team, right? Same thing with the Saints. I don't know if I would say I don't know how many Pro Bowlers would be on the Atlanta Falcons, honestly. Maybe AJ Terrell, but that's about it. But if we go look at Tampa Bay still got some studs on that defense and offense. Okay. So if we're looking at Tampa Bay's roster, okay. And we're just going through, right? We're just going through. Mike Evans, you can make a case to be a Pro Bowler. Chris Godwin, make a case to be a Pro Bowler. Okay. Other than that, Ryan Jansen, I still think he's a stud. Okay. Where is their tackles? Okay, now we're getting in their tackles. Like Tristan Wirfs is still a stud, right? You know, these guys are, I mean, this offensive line is still good. Like, if we go look at Tampa Bay, I think Tampa Bay's offensive line was ranked. Tampa Bay Bucks O-line ranking. I think they were top 10 as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Okay, so it looks like PFF actually put them at 14th this year. 14th this year. Their best player is definitely Wirfs. But they still got some great talent on there. I mean, Jansen's still good. Luke Godecki is still good. Cody Mouch is pretty good. Supposed to be pretty good, but there's still a lot of unknowns with those two guys, Luke and Cody. But PFF ranked them, their offensive line, 14th. But if we go on the defense, I mean, where are we at? Oh, they got my boy CJ Brewer on there, Coastal Carolina boy. Okay, Vita Vea, Shaquille Barrett, Levante David, right? Like Devin White, Jameel Dean. Like, they still got some. Listen, man, they still got some players. All right, so they still got some players. You know what I mean? So, I mean, the Bucks, they only lost Brady, right? So that defensively, they're good. Offensively, they could be good, but it depends on the quarterback play. Like, they have a lot of unknowns too. Like, they don't know much about, like, they have this guy Luke Godecki. There's a lot of unknowns about him, and then the Cody Mooch. There's a lot of unknowns about him, but apparently they're both supposed to be like stud guards. So we'll see that they drafted. So we'll see. But overall, they still have a good team. Now, if we go to the rankings of offensive line, let's see where else offensive line's ranked at. Atlanta Falcons. PFF actually has the Atlanta Falcons as the 7th best projected starting lineup because they got Jake Matthews at left tackle. They got Matthew Bergeron at left guard. They got Drew Dalman center, Chris Lidstrom at right guard, and Caleb McGarry. I mean, they're going to be a run-heavy offense, all right, with the way that they drafted. Like, if you look at Atlanta, like, this is the offensive line that we're going to be going up against. So, like Atlanta, CPFF has them ranked 7th. Let's see where they have us. They got Denver at 11, Pittsburgh at 12. I think they have us pretty low. So, yeah, see, now all these guys in green, I think Matt Feeler is not a rookie. Matt Feeler. Where's Matt Feeler? Is he not? They must have added him for that. But Tristan Wirfs, their best player, their left tackle, but he played right tackle in 2022. Then this Luke, Cody, and Matt Feeler are all rookies. So they're playing with 2 veterans, you know? But if you look at Atlanta's offensive line, they do have some depth there. Like Lindstrom's good. Jake Matthews is pretty solid overall. We'll see how this guy turns out, this Matthew Bergeron. Drew Dowman, I don't know much about, and Caleb McGarry, I don't know much about, but we'll see. But they went down 2 spots. Last year, PFF had them at 5, which means then that they ranked Atlanta starting offensive line last year 5th in the NFL. Let's see. Now, let's see where we are at. They put us at 16th. We went down 1. I'm surprised. Why did they give Brady Christensen a PFF grade last year of a 57.3? That's what I want to know. Okay. So, actually, you know what? I've been saying Brady Christensen didn't allow a sack last year, but apparently he allowed 2, which is not a lot for how many games he played. But they gave him a 57.3. He played up 965 snaps. He had 11 penalties, which was tied for 4th, so that's not good. But he only allowed 2 sacks. So how the hell do you give an overall of a 57.3? I don't know. PFF is a little fishy there for me. But yeah, I mean, look at this guy only allowed 2 sacks. How many sacks did Keem Aquano allow last year? So Keem played 1,018 snaps, 13 penalties, but he allowed 6 sacks. But they still gave him a 65.3. All right, what did they give Bradley Bozeman? Bozeman, 680 snaps, 4 penalties, only 2 sacks allowed. Gave him a 63.1. Austin Corbett, 985 snaps played, only 2 penalties, 2 sacks allowed, 69.1. And Taylor Moton, 1,018 snaps, 6 penalties, 3 sacks allowed, 69.3. Interesting. But you got to think about it last year. We started 31st in the rankings when it came to our offensive line and then finished top 10 last season. So it's pretty solid. Taylor Moton also last year. So for some of y'all people that I don't know if some of y'all people don't like him, but Taylor Moton allowed 21 pressures last year in 17 games, which means he remains one of the best pass protecting right tackles in the NFL. All right, now the Saints. Where's their offensive line ranked at by PFF? Holy smokes. They have them at 24, but they moved them up 5 spots. Yeah, I was about to say Ryan Ramsky is probably the best one. Okay. So offensive line, they're pretty good. They're okay. Apparently from PFF, though, the Atlanta has a better offensive line than we do. And apparently from PFF, the Buccaneers have a better offensive line than we do. Yeah. So Saints just lost Turner for the season, too. He just signed him 3 days ago. Dude, that absolutely sucks. I don't like the Saints. I don't like any of our teams in the division. Okay. But I do not wish any injuries upon any player. So I still think we take the division, but it is what it is. Well, guys, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Make sure you pound the like button. Gonna do some Eh, I was gonna open up the phone lines for y'all. Um, I was gonna open up the phone lines to the StreamYard if you wanted to hop in. But I might do some NFL trivia instead because we've been on for about 45 minutes. About 45 minutes. All right, let's do some trivia. Let's do some Weddle. All right, hard mode. Ready? Let's just go Joe Burrow just to start it off. Yeah, give me Joe Burrow. Okay, it's in the AFC. He's 6'4". He's taller than 6'4", or he is 6'4". All right, let's do. I don't think he's in the. Oh, that's right. He's in the NFC East now. Shit. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Okay, well that doesn't help, but we know he's a defensive player and he's 6'5" in the AFC North. Okay, Miles, let's go, Miles Garrett. Okay, so it's not Cincinnati. Okay, what about is he on the Steelers? He's a linebacker and he's not for Pittsburgh, so he's got to be on the Ravens. Okay, so if he's on the Ravens, what linebacker is on the Ravens? I got to think of here. I got to think of some Ravens linebackers real quick here. All right, so they have all right, let me think. Looking at this thing, I got to figure out Ravens linebackers. Dude, who did they get? Didn't they get a big time linebacker? Oh my god. Oh, they did get that guy out of Florida, Jeremiah Moon. I remember him. Then they got David Ajobo. I remember him. Who else did they get? They got a Dofi. They got some. I forgot they had. They have all like the weird name guys. Let's try David. What's his name? Adobe or Joby? I can't pronounce their names correctly. Okay, so it's not okay. It's linebacker. Oh, it's in the AFC. Why did I think it's in the AFC North? Okay. Well, shit, we got 5 guesses. I only have 2 people right. Okay. Matt Milano, possibly. In the AFC West East. Okay, now I got to think of another linebacker in the AFC. So I've done the North and the East, AFC South. Maybe linebackers. What about this guy? AFC South linebacker. Okay, so it's got to be a guy off of Jacksonville, maybe. Trying to think of Jacksonville. Josh Allen is not considered a linebacker, is he? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean he is considered an outside linebacker, so that means defensive end. Let's go, Josh Allen. Okay, so it's on the Jags. He's a linebacker, 6'5". His number is higher than 41, but he's younger than 26. And he's 6'5". So I got to think about the other linebackers that they have on there. They've got K. Lavin Chazion. I remember him. They got DJ Coleman that they drafted out of Missouri. Could be DJ Coleman. I think it's got to be DJ Coleman because he's 6 foot. I know for a fact that he's like, because he played at Missouri. He's 24. I know that for a fact. He's 24, but I don't know if he's 6'5". Let's try DJ Coleman. Oh, it's not DJ Coleman. Okay, so he's younger than 24. So if it's not DJ Coleman, it could be the rookie that they got out of Louisville. But I don't think he's 6'5". So the only person I can think of, dude, this is tough, man. Can't be. I don't think it's Devin Lloyd. I know he's got to be 24, and he's only like 6'3". Can't be Devin Lloyd. Who else would it be? Oh, it could be that UAB guy that they got, Jordan Smith. I remember him. They got him out of UAB. He was like 6'6". I wonder if he's still there. I know he's been in the league for a hot minute. Yep. Oh no, the answer was Trayvon Walker. Son of a bitch. Why didn't I even think of Trayvon? Well, it's all good. All right, let's move to a grid board. Last but not least, we'll do a grid board and I'm hopping off. Got to do some shorts and TikToks. Okay. Browns. So we got the Browns, Colts, Commanders, Kansas City, Cowboys. Receiving touchdowns in the season since 99. I mean, these are obvious picks for some of these teams right here. Right? You know what I mean? Like most of these are pretty obvious. All right, so let's start with the Browns and the Commanders. So we're going to go Browns, Commanders. I can think of a few guys right off the top of my head, like I really can't. All right, let me think. I got to think for a minute. You know what? Jason, you know the Auburn quarterback? Y'all remember the Auburn quarterback, Jason Campbell? That's a guy that makes comes to mind. David Bowens is a guy that comes to mind. Stuart Anderson's a guy that comes to mind. I'm trying to think of somebody that nobody would think of. Garrett Gilbert is another guy that comes to mind. I just remember a lot of quarterbacks. I mean, I could go RG3, but I don't think I'm going to pick RG3 because I feel like everybody's probably picked him. Case Keenum's another guy. Josh Johnson's another guy, at least from the quarterback position. Colt McCoy played for both of those teams. It's another guy I'm thinking of. Terrell Pryor is another guy that I'm thinking of. Terrell Pryor. Let's do Terrell Pryor. Okay, 12%. I was hoping he'd be lower than that, but I didn't think people would really think that. Okay, let's go. Let's go Browns and Chiefs, and we'll just continue to go down that list right there. Browns and Chiefs. Dwayne Bowe comes to mind. Kind of like that one. Cameron Irving, of course, comes to mind. Josh Gordon comes to mind here. I don't want to go with Dwayne Bowe. I guarantee you no one's guessed Dwayne Bowe. Hey, all right. All right, all right. Oh shoot, the C3 podcast is about to have their thing. All right, I'm gonna finish this up. Might have to go over there and shoot the shit with them boys. All right. I know a good one for this one. No one's gonna know this one. For a fact. Ray Armstrong. The only reason why I know that is because we had one of the best names. It's the only way I knew that. Ray Armstrong. All right. I know this one. Terrell Basham. I think I spelled his name wrong. Let's put Basham. Yep. All right, what we got next here? Casey and the Colts. Let's see. Um. Colts and KC. You know what? Oh wow, I'm surprised people actually knew that. I'm surprised people actually knew that. Yeah, he's on KC. All right. Let's see here. Commanders and Colts. Right? Yeah, Commanders and Colts. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. Mario Addison. I don't know. Now this one's kind of easy for me. I mean, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek. Okay. Give me. Oh. Give me Gonzalez. Tony G. Okay. And then did Scary Terry do it? I mean, Terry had to do it. Really? Well, I missed that one. Yeah, what was does Brian Santana Moss? Dang. Okay. Okay. All right, no big deal. All right, guys. Well, I'm hopping off. You might see me over there at the C3 podcast. Shout out to those boys doing the Friday free for all. So I might go over there, shoot the shit with them. Which starts here in about 15 minutes, I think 10, 15 minutes. So appreciate everyone joining the live stream today. Maybe I'll start doing some more happy hours. All right, appreciate everyone joining. Make sure you pound the like button. Peace out.